Hey guys, new theory coming your way. So pretty much check this out. Apparently there's a theory going around that suggests that the reason that Zygarde resorted to its 50% form is due to the fact that its body was created, I mean not created, that recreated a new form of both peace and chaos, and these two creations resulted in the creation of Yveltal and Xerneas. Now, this is actually a pretty concrete theory because, as Zygarde's Pokédex entry suggests and proven, it only when it feels like the world has been plunged into disarray, it shows its true power. And Perfect Zygarde is that true power. Now, I guess in a state of mind when you think about, okay, is if Zygarde feels like the world is going to go crazy or be destroyed by Yveltal or Xerneas, will it change back into its perfect form? Now, see, that's actually a pretty decent theory. Now, as many of you already see the picture, that there are three different colors of Zygarde cells, which in this particular case are red, white, and blue. Now, as you can see in the image beside me, it is clear that Perfect Zygarde has these colors which flow through its body. Now, what we know about Perfect Zygarde is that Zygarde, while it rests within the Kalos region, waiting for something to happen, pretty much. Basically, the region's guard dog. Let's say it like that. Its body is made of millions and millions and millions of cells, which it has been spread out around the region. Which, as we've seen in the recent Pokemon X, Y, and Z anime, that the Zygarde core, known as Squishy, can communicate with said cells. Now, when in danger or fear for its life, these core cells assume a new form that is revealed to be Zygarde's 10% form, which was later confirmed to be one of the scavenger versions of Zygarde's body. So, the reason we have to believe that Team Flare is actually after Perfect Zygarde is because not only is Perfect Zygarde the result in the bridge between peace and chaos, I should say, is that Zygarde is capable of causing the world into disarray and at the same time stopping any type of chaos it sees to be an issue. Now, as we've seen in the X, Y, and Z opening theme, that while Ash and the others are protecting this current Zygarde core, which is actually proven to be a core piece, as in, it's the main piece of Zygarde, which will lead to be the creation of the perfect form of Zygarde. So, the way I see it is that when Perfect Zygarde ascended to Earth, as the Poke News wants to claim, apparently what its ascension to Earth must have caused a lot of damage and a lot of devastation. So, given that, I guess Zygarde's personality, which is considered the blue version, or in this case Xerneas, is that it figured that the chaos that it caused was heavy on its heart. So not only did it decide that it needs to balance out the good and the evil in the world, it needs to have order in between the two. So not only did Perfect Zygarde create two different forms, definitely created two different forms, but these forms took on a shape of their own, and in the process became Yveltal and Xerneas. Now, as we know, Xerneas is known as the Peace Pokemon, and Yveltal is known as the Destruction Pokemon. Now, check this out. Just like it says in the Pokédex, Zygarde is the Order Pokemon. So you have the Peace Pokemon, the Destruction Pokemon, and you have the Order Pokemon. So, given that theory, that actually makes a lot of sense, because not only does that prove that Perfect Zygarde is responsible for the devastation upon the Kalos region, it literally had just brought out the fact that it's a strong possibility that Xerneas and Yveltal's birth was brought on by Zygarde's choice to split its body into two different parts. And every part that was based off its 50% form are known as bits and pieces, like the Zygarde energy cell, the Zygarde core, the Zygarde 10%, and finally Zygarde 50%. So, Now this is just a theory video, remember that, and we're not going to go too deep into the origin story of Yveltal, Xerneas, and Zygarde, and how the three fit together. I just explained that pretty much. But basically, the legend of Kalos follows under, as we saw right before Greninja's evolution, which later resulted in the supposed mega evolution of Ash Greninja. It later became a It was believed that after a great devastation ascended along to the land, which in this case was Zygarde perfect form, it ascended the entire world into chaos, where Pokemon and humans were fighting for supremacy. So, along with these two split personalities, as you can consider them, Zygarde assumed that these two entities of itself would be able to control, but also have its same mindset. But let's look at it like this, like a set of clones. You clone one, you clone two. One of them is going to have the same thought pattern as its original. So not only did these clones not work, these clones assumed personalities of their own. So you had Yveltal, who is the god of destruction in the Kalos League, and you have Xerneas, which is known as the peace Pokemon in the Kalos League. So, although I really do know that there is no truth to this theory, because it's already confirmed that Perfect Zygarde will appear in the X, Y, and Z anime. It will be a quote-unquote, from Junichi Masuda, a lifelong achievement in the Pokemon series. I actually am pretty excited to hear what they're going to do with... I'm actually excited, not really to hear, but to see what they're going to do with Zygarde later on the line. So whether or not our heroes decide to, keep up what they're doing so far, we're going to see a lot more from Zygarde. And maybe just a slim chance of 5% actually. Zygarde 5% form. Anyway, then maybe it's a 5% chance that this origin story of Perfect Zygarde resulting in the creation of Yveltal and Xerneas might actually be true. But hey, the Pokemon universe is always full of weird concepts that most people don't really think about. But hey, that's what kept us going. That's what kept us excited for the last 20 years, right? Right. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again in another Pokemon commentary.